Okay, where's the microphone? This thing, I'll try to talk up here so you can hear me better this time. This is the second installment of the Ukrainian apartment fixing series. This is the entrance. Okay, we just came in. Now, you remember this was all brick right here. It is still brick, obviously, but it's under plaster. As you can see here, you can see the bricks, but it's covered by about 2 centimeters or so of plaster. Let's start to the right. Okay, so we have now, if you remember me talking about it, we have closets. This is one closet wall, and that'll go straight over to there. Okay, remember this was our bedroom. Oh, by the way, here's the floor. Okay, here's what the floors used to look like. Just sand and rocks and stuff. And now here's what they are. And you can see it's about 10 to 15 centimeters. It's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. Alright, they were poured and mixed, and I'll show you the tool for that. Here's the wall that they, I think, had started last time. There's no light in here, but this over here is insulation for the kitchen that I'll show you in a minute. Foam insulation that'll go under plaster to try to keep it as warm as possible in there. This is soundproof insulation for the room behind me. I'll get to that in a minute. These are for the ceilings for putting the drywall on. Here's the wires on upstairs. Now you notice, not upstairs, but on the ceiling. You notice here's outlets. They're all working. This one's a little bit messed up. They were doing something with that one. Light switch. That one's messed up. I guess they were doing something with that. And that one wasn't finished. Did I tell you about my wall safe? There's the wall safe. I wrote the email, remember? Because they gave me the wrong key at the store. And we spent all that time trying to figure out why the key wasn't working. Well, it wasn't working because it's the wrong key. The worker came in one day when I was about to buy a new safe and brought in the key and put it in the one safe that I told him, well, I was looking at this one too, and it opened it in the store, so they gave us the right key. That was a headache. Alright, here's all plastered around the windows. Alright, now I'm still on Zoom, I'll take it off. And that's basically what we have. Here's a new radiator. Here's the old radiator. You probably can't see. I don't know if when this is bigger, if you'll see enough detail, but it's basically a kind of rusty old rickety thing. It's just a basic thing that they put in here, but these are really nice new ones. Okay, moving on. So this doesn't come such a long installment here. This, like I said, this will be the closet. It's about 60 centimeters deep. It's a nice deep closet. It'll go over. Probably part of this over here will be shoes, jackets, and the rest of it will be kind of general storage. Maybe clothes that the kids haven't grown into yet or have grown out of. Here's the second room. This will be the kids' bedroom. Okay, here they are, soundproofing the wall. The other people had started. I got mentioned that the previous workers left. I'll show you in a minute. It was kind of hung. The work was kind of hung up, waiting on the plumbing. They were good for plaster, but the guy who's doing the electric, as you see, pretty messy. Even though electric's a little messy, but you might notice over here you've got wires going like that. That's no in the electrical trade. You don't do that. They go straight up and down. Now here, they do that sometimes just to save wire rather than running it along the edges. But we have money for wire, so anyway. They waited for a little while, and when it was apparent that they weren't going to have big work until plumbing and the window we were waiting for was coming in still. It's really late, and you can't do anything on the balcony until that comes in. They just decided to leave, so it was good. We were going to be transitioning to these other guys, and now we have done that, so God made a way. This is basically metal frame, okay, instead of just plaster like on other walls, and then insulation. It's kind of like regular fiberglass insulation. It's a bit heavier though. It sticks in there on the grids, and they put the drywall over top of that. And that's just a 1 brick thick wall that borders between here and the living room. And the kid's bed will be either on this wall or this wall. So we don't want the TV, which is going to be right on the other side of that wall, keeping them up, etc. Let's see. That's like all floor. Okay, there'll be a new radiator as well. here is the really awesome part. Well, first of all, here's going to be the domophone, which I don't know really what you call it in English. I guess it's an intercom with a video for the entrance. And not only the entrance, but let me show you. I don't like speaking English really loud around here, but I'll show you something here, and I'll comment on it. You see this? Okay. That's the other apartment's door. He moved that up. This is the exit, okay? In the hallway. This is going to be a security door, hopefully. Hopefully all the neighbors will agree. One of them has agreed. And outside of that will be another camera that will also work with that same intercom. Okay, now here's the really cool part. First of all, we have our electrical boxes. This tells us if there's too much electric going on for a surge, and it'll shut it all down. But the best part is, instead of crowding my bathroom, you'll notice it's actually had some things done in here. With a washer and dryer and a water heater, they're going in here. This was going to be the closet for boots and mops and things like that, but this is going to be washer and dryer are actually going to fit in here, and the water heater up here. It's going to be dryer, washer, hence the water hookup over here, plugs, and then water heater up here on the wall. So that's going to keep everything nice and neatly, kind of in a laundry, not room, but a laundry closet. And that means we have plenty of room in our bathroom. Let's see, they've covered most of it with plaster, but this is a filter here. Here's another one right here. One for cold water, one for hot water. This is the hot water. We've covered all the plumbing, but you'll notice here's for the sink, okay? Obviously, toilet over here. Not get too graphic here. We have sink, and then this will be tub and drain for tub. And the tub will go along this wall. So we'll have toilet, sink, tub, and then this may be a small cabinet or something, but that saves us a lot of room in here. And instead of making it so crowded, we were really worried about that, but it ended up working out a lot. So you can see here, because of our uneven walls, it's actually a lot of plaster right here. It's going to be all plaster. That's really a lot. But it's probably because this wall kind of goes like that, because it's less at the bottom. So these guys want to make it straight, not just plaster over the wall as it was, which I don't really care actually. But anyhow, we've got room for them to take up a couple centimeters with the plaster. Here is one room wall in the living room. This is probably the messiest one. This is what they use for mixing all that stuff. The plaster for the walls and the concrete for the floors. Here's some leftover sand. If you remember, I think there used to be huge piles of sand in every room. That's all been used up. And so this is going to be living room. Ding, ding. Here's where the drain pipe and the water pipes go out to the kitchen / balcony. Okay, that hasn't been finished yet because we're still waiting for this window. We have a window out here now, but we don't have a door over there, so it's cold air, so you can't pour a floor, you can't plaster, you can't do anything except maybe do electrical, but it's kind of cold to be asking people to do that. So this window should be coming in, well, who knows when it should be coming. It should have already been here about 2 weeks ago, so next week, let's say, and midweek, and if it is, then we can get it in. Then we take this one out and knock out this whole thing.